Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in tonight. What I'm going to do tonight is I want to just talk a little bit about things that are happening right now, and then I want to kind of guide us into a meditation. There's a reason for that, because you guys have heard me talk about this year, the 2020 is about 2020 vision, but I'm putting it out there because there's been just amazing things happening, and that, and the fact that, obviously this year has been a challenge for myself and other people. And so what I decided to do during the April lockdown is to start working on my inner world as far as all my blocks about abundance and stuff like that. And, I've always felt that I lived a pretty abundant life. And with that being said, there was a key thing. We always think about abundance as money or success or, material stuff and like that. And in that world, I feel like I do pretty good. I got the nice car, I got a nice home, I got nice clothes, and I got wonderful friends and all that other kind of stuff. But there was still something that I hadn't grasped onto yet. And so I started going into meditations, really deep meditations, and discerning my thoughts. And so that was one of the things that I really just wanted to start looking at. Well, what I found is very deep within myself, very strong words that had been there for a very long time, and I had heard them way back in 2008. And the words were freedom. And freedom, and when I say freedom, I'm not talking about freedom from a tyrannical government. I'm not talking about all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about freedom and what my idea of freedom is. And so one of them is a very spiritual principle about keeping it simple. We some tend to overcomplicate things and make them very difficult. And so I started saying this over and over and over again. I started recognizing that freedom. And then I started saying no to the things that I don't want in life. And so I started saying, so what ends up happening is that the monkey mind starts going, like, say you set an intention. So the monetary stuff is just a byproduct of things, or the jobs or the careers are a byproduct of things. But the truth is that when you start asking for things like, let's say I want a relationship, let's just use that example, or, money, it doesn't really matter what the subject is. You start focusing in on that, and you start praying about that. You start setting intentions for that. You start putting things in motion for that kind of stuff. And so what starts happening is, things will start moving in that direction. And they'll start working for that direction. But then it's really kind of cool. So then I caught this probably about 2 months ago. And I started sitting here thinking, wow, this is really, really, really interesting, because what I would see is that I would start to think about something and put like a manifestation out that I see, in The Secret, they talked about checks in the mail, all that kind of stuff. Suddenly your mind starts focusing on checks in the mail. And I've had experiences with checks in the mail and getting $3,000 checks in the mail. And with that being said, what I noticed is that every time I put an intention or a goal out there, the monkey mind would start going in and saying, well, it could be coming from this area, it could be doing this, or it could be doing this, I could be doing this to bring in that kind of money, and I need to start putting action in there. And yes, no doubt, you have to have action in order to create results. So what ended up happening is, I'm in this deep meditation, and then there was a very strong elder wise voice that I would call my oversoul, so to speak. And so what that was saying, and what it come in and say, when the monkey mind started trying to create all these plans and started getting really sporadic about what it needed to do, then the wise voice would say, there is already a plan in motion, and everything is in divine timing and divine order. And so what it would do is my energy would expand out even further. And so what happens when you start getting in the monkey mind stuff, where it starts going into all this motion, it's all chaos and stuff like that, what ends up happening is the energy starts to come in. And I found that really interesting, because what you want to do is you want to be very expanded in your energy, because there's a greatness in you. And so the greatness deserves the best. But when we start to pull in like we're not great, or that we're not deserving, or that we don't have what it takes to do whatever it is we want to do, then the energy comes in and you play small. So then what enhances, or what manifests in your life, is a small aspect of the vision that you're seeing. And I just found that super interesting. So as I've been doing these expansion of my energy, I've been seeing, and all these cool opportunities have been coming in, things that I would have never thought of. And so why am I bringing this up? Because what I would like for everybody to do is I would like to kind of get into a meditation. So even if you haven't watched this, even if you're watching this in a couple days or a week or whatever, just understand that you can feel the energy still. And so it doesn't matter when you're doing it, this meditation still stands. So I'd like everybody to just kind of get comfortable and relax and take a deep breath in. So deep breath in. And then hold it. And then exhale out. Again, another deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale out. So now as you're doing that, I want you to take another deep breath in. And as you're doing that, as you take that deep breath out, I want you to imagine your energy kind of pushing out and expanding. It's just getting really, really big. And I'm gonna start, whoever's watching, I'm gonna start like giving you energy to help you be big, because you already are. And so deep breath in, exhale out. Deep breath in, exhale. And so what we're doing is we're building this huge energy between all of us. Whoever's watching now or later or at a different time, we're building this huge energy for all of us. And so, and that's the thing, is that the energy of the world has made us, and the universe has made us feel like we're the raisin in the galaxy. You're not the raisin in the galaxy. So what I want you to do is, as you start getting bigger, I want you to say things in your mind like, I deserve the best of everything. I deserve the best of everything, and I want it divinely given. I want to be in alignment with my soul plan, my divine plan. I understand in the plan that is already in motion, it's plotting to do me good. And I want you to just keep on saying these things, and your mind is going to sync up. It's going to start thinking these higher vibration frequency thoughts, and then it's going to connect to your oversoul because it's already connected anyways. And so keep on taking those deep breaths in and start seeing yourself in this higher state. And you can even say in your mind, it's time for me to step into my divine body, meaning not my small body, but the fact that I'm a child of God or the child of the universe, whatever you want to refer to it as. You're going into that expanded state because you deserve the best of everything, because you are a prince or a princess of the kingdom of the universe. Whatever you want to refer to it as, kingdom of God or whatever. But the truth, whatever it is, just know that you are not small and you deserve the best of everything. And you want it divinely given because you want it to come in alignment with your divine plan. And your divine plan is your authentic state, so to speak. And so now, as the monkey mind, because the monkey mind might be sitting there saying, this guy in this video is crazy. It could be saying, I don't know if this is going to work, or it could do whatever. Whatever that mind chatter is, I want you to look at it and feel it and say, shh, everything is divinely perfect. You're talking to it as if you're giving a child love. Because where is this voice coming from? It's coming from the voice of it doesn't want to be disappointed. It doesn't want to be let down. It doesn't want to be sad anymore. It doesn't want to have to go through all those experiences. And so you're going to set this intention to be in alignment with your soul and your authentic self. And you're going to give love to the part of yourself that's displaying fear, because that comes from this part of your brain, that reptilian brain, so to speak. And so take another deep breath in, and this time hold it just for a few seconds. And then as you let go, I just want you to expand like really fast. So let go, expand. And we're really building this momentum. And so what ends up happening? So as we step into our divine state, as we step into our greatness, as we step into our empowered state, as we bring joy into the world, guess what? We're shifting the rest of the planet. So all those things where people are hurt and in fear and sad and all the craziness going on in the world, we are the power in this world, not the other way around, not the people that are in power that try to control us. They are not the power. We are the power. So keep expanding that energy and seeing yourself in this powerful state. Years ago, I walked into a job interview and I walked into the lobby and I said in my mind, because I wouldn't say this outward because I would have been Baker acted, but I said, now entering Prince Jeremy McDonald, the Prince of the Universe. And so Why did I say that? Because what it did is it gave me this amazing feeling of empowerment. And as a result of it, I not only landed the job, I got that job, started it. 5 weeks later, they laid me off. They paid me a severance package that went through the summer. And then I got another job making a lot more money. And I ended up with $2,000, $3,000 checks in the mail within 2 weeks. And so why is that super important? Because how we feel about ourselves is how we manifest in the world. So why is that important? It's important to understand that because all of us have been taught at some level that we're sinners or that we're insignificant or that we're not deserving. And that's just a lie. You are deserving. That little idiot box that my grandmother used to call it, it's called a TV, has programmed us in some level. There's nothing wrong with watching TV. I have 2 of them in my house. But you have to understand what they're coming from. They're coming from, getting you glued to that TV, and you're missing all the glory that is within this universe. And so how you feel about yourself is how things are manifested in this world. And I want us all to be at this level of manifestation where we're experiencing joy. Now, does that mean that it still doesn't come with disappointment? Absolutely. This year has been a challenge, but why is that good? Because it humbles us so that we can look deeper within ourselves to find more of our greatness. So I want to say that again. When we go through hard times, when they are good for us because they humble us so that we can look deeper into who we are so we can find more of our greatness. And that's something that we don't always do. We get complacent. In our souls, one thing we have to understand about our souls is it does not want to be complacent. And because of that, because we don't want to be complacent, things happen that bring us up and down. It makes us stronger as souls. And that's okay. It's okay for that to happen. So bring it in, bless it, thank it for being there as a part of you, and thank it for everything it does for you. So I hope that meditation, I really just kind of wanted to come on and share that because I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things, and I really just wanted to have everybody experience what I'm feeling. That meditation is literally just expanding your energy and starting to see yourself as a greatness, and then saying, I deserve the best of everything, but I want it divinely given. And then starting to see the things that you want. It's okay to see the partnership that you want, the relationship you want, the career that you want, but you don't want a career that is not divinely given, because then you're going to end up in a career with maybe a lot of money, but you're going to be miserable. Who wants that? Then you're stuck in this rock and the hard place, because then you end up spending the amount of money that you make, and then you feel stuck in this job that you don't like, but it's the money you wanted, but you hate it. You can't stand the people you work with, all that other kind of stuff, and that's not what we want either. And so that's why you always say, I want it divinely given. And so what people get really hung up on, because they think, well, am I not supposed to ask for anything? No, you are supposed to ask for things. Asking you shall what? Receive. But it's about asking for it and asking it from a higher perspective, from the macrocosm. Because what you and I see here, it's kind of like going up on top of a mountaintop and looking down at a city. In the city, when you're sitting there on the street, you don't see the perspective that's up on top of the mountain. But on top of the mountain, you can see everything that's going on in that city. That's why we ask for it to be divinely given, because there's just a different vantage point. So a couple announcements I want to make. Most of you guys know that I have a conference or an online webinar coming. I'm going to meet with Elias here in about 15 minutes. And that's coming up in October 9th through the 11th. So make sure you sign up. We've got some amazing speakers coming. It's going to be very exciting. I'm also, I will be launching the next Spirit Heart Cruise with Tina Michelle and I. That'll be for tentative, well, it's not tentative, the date is going to be February 28th of 2022. I actually said to Tina, I said, it would have been a little bit better if we would have had February 22nd of 2022, but we didn't get quite that lucky. So it's February 28th of 2022. So it's a year and a half away, to give us a whole bunch of time, to get past all the COVID stuff and everything else that's coming up. And so I'm really excited. It's going to be going out of Galveston, and it's going to be going to the Mayan ruins, which was our intention this year. We are actually we're supposed to be heading out on that cruise in about 2 weeks. But That cruise is coming up, and lots of new cool things coming up in the future. So, hi, Priscilla. What if you're so anxious that it's hard to say those things? So I got some things to help with that, with anxiousness. I'd like to talk to you more about that, but I am not a practitioner, but I've learned from a practitioner of Jinshin Jitsu. And actually, just when I start getting anxious or nervous about things, I actually just start holding each one of my fingers for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and 2 minutes, and 2 minutes, and it'll actually start relaxing. But I would definitely be willing to sit with you and help you with some of that as well. I do want to put it out there. If you go onto my website, jeremymcdonald.net, and sign up for my newsletter, I send you back a free downloadable CD. It's about 72 minutes long. And I also do offer 15-minute intro sessions on my website as well that you can go sign up for. Much love, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I am not going to have a show this Wednesday like I typically do, but I am going to be doing one at 8 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday with Dr. Michael Grosso talking about this book, Smile of the Universe, Miracles in the Age of Disbelief. So I'm looking forward to talking to him about his book on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So much love, everybody, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.